Hello, my name is Natalie Beall and I'm an educator in the Chula Vista Elementary School District. This presentation was prepared with intent to serve as a resource tool to support educators at an elementary level in developing appropriate reading strategies, which will assist educators in gaining deeper insights into the appropriate use of reading strategies. During this presentation, I will provide a brief overview of the 5 components of reading, instructional strategies and resources to help teachers support students struggling with literacy, and different ways the reading literacy specialist can help teachers support struggling readers and writers. The 5 components of reading are phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. Phonemic awareness refers to an individual's ability to identify and manipulate individual sounds or phonemes in spoken words. Non-readers who have developed little or no phonemic awareness will benefit from explicit and systematic instruction that begins with the easier levels of phonemic awareness, such as identifying the initial sounds in spoken words, whereas more mature readers may need instruction in segmenting, blending, and deleting phonemes. Working with small groups of children to teach phonemic awareness is a highly effective instructional strategy that supports the development of phonemic awareness because children tend to learn from observing and listening to the responses of other children and what the teacher says to the other children about their responses. During small group instruction, educators may use various strategies, such as using letters when teaching about phonemes, manipulatives, and Elkonin boxes. Having students use or move letters and manipulatives as they pronounce phonemes in words increases the application of phonemic awareness and produces the transfer of learning to reading and spelling. Phonics is defined as the relationship between the letters in written language and the sounds of spoken language. Effective phonics instruction enables children to use these relationships to read and spell words accurately and quickly, and also serves as a memory aid that helps students remember and apply rules and generalizations for matching sounds and letters. Phonics instruction should be explicit and systematic, meaning skills must be directly taught and modeled, and students should be guided and have time for independent practice. Other instructional strategies that are engaging and teach and reinforce phonics development include the sound and picture matchup method, where students can learn key words that are used to remember the sounds and shapes of letters of the alphabet, such as taking a picture of a horse and placing it in the shape of an H, as well as word boxes, in which there's a picture with connected boxes the length of the word being taught, and students use letter tiles to place inside the box to spell the word. Vocabulary refers to the words we need to know to communicate with others. This component is important in word recognition, plays an essential part in comprehension, and is important for reading to learn as well as learning to read. Vocabulary should be taught both directly and indirectly, providing explicit written definitions as well as chosen examples and non-examples, and teaching word learning strategies students can use to determine word meaning on their own. Educators can use the GLAD strategy, known as Cognitive Content Dictionary, to explicitly teach vocabulary to students. The strategy includes a chart where a picture, student predictions, and a written definition is included. The direct teaching of vocabulary helps students learn the important words from the text and understand what they are about to read. Reading aloud to students is a way students can indirectly learn vocabulary. Teachers should talk with students about the text before, during, and after reading it aloud. This discussion should include the verbal modeling of using context clues to determine word meaning, as well as an explanation of the meaning and usage of new vocabulary words. Fluency refers to the ability to read with appropriate speed, accuracy, and proper expression. Fluency is directly related to comprehension, meaning that students who are low in fluency show difficulty in comprehending what they read. One strategy proven to help students develop greater fluency is guided repeated oral reading. This research-based strategy can offer guidance or support in the form of additional modeling of what fluent reading sounds like, telling students unfamiliar words rather than having them sound the words out, having students read along with a taped version of the story, or helping students see how words can be grouped into meaningful phrases. Direct support may come from peers or the classroom teacher. And finally, comprehension is the cognitive process readers use to understand or interpret what they have read. For elementary age students, story maps serve as a great strategy to reinforce and improve comprehension skills. Story maps use a graphic organizer to help students of varying abilities learn the components of a text and organize information and ideas efficiently. Basic graphic organizers focus on text elements such as characters, setting, beginning, middle, and end, while more advanced graphic organizers may include or focus more on plot or character traits. Story maps can be completed using pictures, words, and sentences. Students can extend their understanding of story maps into their own writing, meaning they can use story maps to retell or summarize a story using important text elements and details. Reading and writing should be taught simultaneously because they largely depend upon the same skills. Research suggests that when children read extensively, they become better writers. Reading a variety of genres helps children learn text structures and language and helps them gain knowledge, all of which they can transfer into their own writing. Furthermore, writing instruction improves reading comprehension, and the teaching of writing skills, such as grammar and spelling, reinforce reading skills. All in all, reading plays a major role in writing and vice versa. Assessment and progress monitoring are important because they are tools that provide valuable data and useful feedback about the academic progress of students and the performance of both students and teachers, all of which informs instructional decisions throughout the school year. Progress monitoring is a form of ongoing assessment in which student learning is evaluated on a regular basis. There are numerous assessments and progress monitoring tools available to help teachers keep track of student progress. I typically use formative assessments such as teacher observations, exit tickets, and running records, as they are informal, quick to use, fit seamlessly into the instruction process, and check for understanding and application. While there are a number of online resources that will help teachers support students struggling with reading and writing, some that are research-based include SmartAnts, Achieve 3000, Literacy and Language, Reading A to Z, and Writing A to Z. These online resources offer access to individualized and differentiated instruction, as well as a huge library of literacy resources, such as lesson plans, fiction and nonfiction text, interactive activities, and assessments, all of which can be used to support all learners. The primary role of the reading literacy specialist is to provide instruction to and work with students who demonstrate difficulties with literacy. However, to fulfill their role effectively, these professionals must have the skills, knowledge, and dispositions to effectively and collaboratively work with teachers to improve general classroom literacy instruction. They may support teachers by providing resources and instructional assessment ideas, modeling lessons, meeting with teachers to plan and solve problems, leading teachers through observation and feedback cycles, and providing professional development that improves literacy instruction and facilitates collaborative discussions about research-based practices and data.